Hello, listeners. This is Turn of the Century, a time for review. We're joined today by two very important people, Henry Ford and Oscar Clyde. Now, Henry Ford, what are the benefits of an assembly line? Well, sir, the benefits are that a car, or any object for that matter, can be more rapidly developed than in a traditional setting. I'm curious about that. How does that work? Essentially, in an assembly line, car assembly is split between several stations, all working simultaneously. When one assembly station is finished with the car, it passes it right on to the next. By having 3 stations, a total of 3 different cars can be operated at the same time, each one at a slightly different stage of its assembly. So then how fast can you produce cars? Well, we reduced the production time for a Model T to just 93 minutes by dividing the process into 45 steps. Hell, we could probably produce cars as fast as the paint could dry. Sir, what are your 3 principles for an assembly line? Well, the 3 principles of assembly are these. Number 1. Place the tools and the men in the sequence of the operation so that each component part shall travel the least possible distance while in the process of finishing. Step 2. Use works lines or some other form of carrier so that when a workman completes his operation, he drops the part always into the exact same place, which that place must be the most convenient place for his hand. And if possible, have gravity carry the part to the next workman for his own. And step 3 is use sliding assembly lines by which the parts to be assembled are delivered at convenient distances. Now, what I think everyone wants to know is, how on earth did you come up with this idea? Well, the idea came up in a general way from the overhead trolley that the Chicago Packers use in dressing beef. They're just so efficient that I couldn't help steal some ideas from them. Thank you, Mr. Ford. I would like to move on to the factory worker that we have with us tonight. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to the impoverished child laborer, Oscar or Clyde.
Oh, hello, sir. It sure is an honor to be doing something other than attaching bolts.
Is that your only job? What's your job title? Also, for the audience's sake, how old are you?
Yes, sir. My title is bolts 13P through 34P, and that's all I do. Although I can't do much more because I'm only 11. Once I turn 12, though, I will be able to do some of the painting, and that's the real fun stuff.
Well, that seems pretty monotonous. Why do you stick with it?
Well, sir, it pays real well. In fact, sir, I just got a raise. $5 for 8 hours a day. That's pretty good.
And that does seem pretty good for a factory life. I just got one more question for you. If you could say anything to the real-life Henry Ford, who we have right here, what would you say?
Oh, thank you so much, sir. I absolutely love the mind-numbing boredom of the factory. I can't wait to go back to work again.
Now, I'd like to take a few moments to thank our sponsors. Thank you, Henry Ford himself, for sponsoring this program so that he could get his idea of a Model T into the heads of our listeners. Remember, with Ford, you can go further. And also, thank you to the impoverished boys community. Go donate today to make one child's life just a little less miserable. Have a nice day.